Hello and welcome to the Breaking Free podcast. I'm your host, Nathan Francis, and today I'm very grateful to be joined by the Venus twins again, Claire and Georgie. Claire and Georgie are healers, they're intuitives, they're psychic readers, they're a lot of things. They're awesome people too, and good friends of mine, and I'm so grateful that I've connected with them and met them in person now. So they're going to talk about their course today that's coming up to remove the old jibby jab over the last 3 years, the old COVID jab. So I have an awesome course that they've put together, and we're going to talk about that today and then probably some other things too. And without any further ado, Claire, Georgie, welcome to my show again. I'm keen for part 2. Let's rock and roll.
Hey, Nathan.
Thank you, Nathan.
The future's so bright, getting good grades. The future's so bright, you gotta wear shades. Yeah, so that's the new intro that we're going to say for every interview. Hello, everyone.
Love it.
Hi, everyone.
We thought we'd just be idiots this morning.
We're going a bit nuts.
Back here we go.
It's
back on
it's
with
happened.
the real things. There we are. Oh, can you see? Can you
Yeah,
see?
nice eyes. Yeah. Good.
Thank you
Good,
for
mate.
having us.
No worries. Happy
Sorry
to-
about that weird introduction, everybody.
That's
we just
all right.
thought we'd ham it up a bit.
Yep. Change is as good as a holiday, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Yeah. So we it's lovely to see you, Nathan.
You too.
Yeah,
Thank
fellow
you.
Victorian.
Thank you for
How's
having
the
us.
weather?
Freezing. It was like -1 this morning, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's so cold, isn't it? But the
Yep.
sun's out
Yeah,
here in Bayside, so we're happy.
Sun's
So-
out here too. Sunny Bendigo.
Sunny Bendigo.
Fine.
How's that 15-minute city thing going on? Is that starting yet? Are people getting wind of it?
Oh, I think so. There's definitely some plans in place. The council keep talking about it, so it's obviously going to happen at some point.
Yeah, they better watch out. I'd be mowing those barriers down with my car.
I'll be out of
I
Bendigo
find that
by then
really
anyway.
fun.
I'll be out of there by then anyway.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, wow.
So back to a semi-serious note.
Yep, let's go.
Yes, we better make this more legitimate before people think we're really crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so we are going to say some things that you may find a little bit I don't know, hard to believe, but you know, we certainly found it quite hard to believe as well, because Georgie and I only met each other just over 2 years ago, and we found out that we were living a street away from each other. And not many people realize that.
So this was in the thick of lockdowns in Melbourne that were very harsh.
Yep.
And yes, we met each other through random circumstances, didn't we? And
Yeah, and Georgie came and had a healing with me, and I was doing QHHT, and then we both instantly hit it off and started doing psychic development classes, because we were right into that. And the teacher said, "Yep, your third eye is open, both of you. Please, I'd like to invite you to be in the class." And then we started just having fun with a pendulum, which neither of us had ever used before. And that's when the interesting stuff started happening to us. It started getting really funky then. We started getting the same information, but separately from each other. So we do
we
reading.
catch up for a walk.
Yep. Catch up on those walks where you're supposed to stay in your zone, or, you know, but and it was almost like, you know, it was like we were whispering to each other, "Can you believe, did you get this? This is what I got." And then Georgie had showed me what was written on her piece of paper, and it was the same. So separately getting info about being taken up on a ship at night. Yes, I know it sounds strange.
To be healed, information about who our guides were. So we were told who they were, and
Yes.
they were the same. We were told that we were identical twins from the planet Venus, who had volunteered to be here at this time of the Great Awakening on Earth, and then it's just evolved from there at a rapid pace.
Yes.
And
it was verified by the very well-respected and loved Gene Decode.
You can look him up.
Yeah, he said, yes, I know
blessforservice.org.
exactly. Yeah, blessforservice.org. We ended up eventually having an interview with him, and he especially before the show started and on air, he he verified that we were in fact identical twins from Venus. Yes, Venus is a inhabited planet on a different dimension than what the photographs, from NASA show. And that in fact we're so identical he couldn't tell us apart, because he can see our higher dimensional selves. He's a remote viewer and has very, very amazing abilities. And that we're from Zene originally, a planet called Zene.
We did an interview with Jean, and you can find it on our YouTube channel, which is called The Venus Twins. And if you watch that YouTube video, at the beginning, Claire asks him the question of, tell us, what do you see when you look at us, Jean? Who are we? And he says, well, you're not from here, ladies. And then
That's
he goes
right. I think I started crying a bit.
Yeah. It made us really emotional, because it was
That's
really
awesome.
wonderful to get that confirmation for someone on the other side of the world.
Yeah, who'd never met
who
us.
had no reason to know anything about us.
And to be on his show, you have to be, vetted by him. He doesn't just speak to anyone. So it was an honour. It really was, to speak to him, because I was especially a massive fan. I was actually in his original Australian decode group. I don't know how I got into that. Don't ask me how, but I was. No, I don't even know how. It was really strange. So I'd met him kind of in a group, and he said, "You're a star seed," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, what's that?" I think a lot of people know what that is now. It's someone who volunteered to come here to help serve and raise the consciousness of humanity during this great awakening. And it's a lot of the star seeds. They heard a universal call out. So you're one of them.
I thought I was.
Yeah. Yeah. So going on to who are we? So then our abilities in our channeling, our telepathic channeling with our guides, who are part of a council which is called the Andromedan Council of 9. We've had detailed information on who they are, but they're basically in charge of this whole Great Awakening with the other larger councils, like the Galactic Federation of Worlds of Light Beings and other councils as well. So we were chosen by God. Okay, here we go.
Covered in goosebumps at the moment, sorry.
To build an army of healers around the world to wipe out all vaccine injuries deployed and raise the consciousness on Earth. So that's why we're here.
We might have to bleep that word out. Just watch the words.
Oh, yeah, we might have to bleep that word out. Anyway, so there's also within the course, there are Christ divinations and activations within the course. Absolutely stunning. So for all of you out there hearing rumors about, loving God and Jesus and God are within you. All this reaching out, into the dogma of religion and stuff is not. Our course is not religious in any way, but when you feel God and Christ within you, you feel it and you know it, and it is good. It is very, very good, and it's very, very loving, and that's what we are, and that's what we're all about.
We've skipped a little bit along the way too. We were channeling information that guided us to start our own business as healers too. So we began working together as partners, and our business is called Wisdom Woven in Time Healing. And that name was also gifted to us by the Andromedan Council, because they told us that we've been working as healers with them throughout all the lifetimes that we've had, which is many, many. We are ancient souls, and there are lots of beautiful ancient souls here on Earth too.
And a lot of them are the ones. Yeah, that's one right there. And, they've come to us for healings, and thanks to another beautiful soul, Mark Atwood, who you may know, spreading the word of love and light throughout the world on his channel over in Ireland. There is perhaps one of the best, I think, out there. So yeah, we were really busy, like floods and floods of clients coming in from all over the world to have readings with us, and healings as well. And then these pointy thing in the arm healings for the past 2 years have been in person only, but now they're available to just Georgie and I, not to our course facilitators as yet, because we've had to go through
intense
training, to be able to get to this point. So that's been all fine with us, but the information came through just recently that we can do it via Zoom. So you can find that on our website, everyone. If you know someone who is suffering because of the pointed thing in the arm, we can help them return to their sovereignty and the God self within with our course, with our healing. And it's beautiful, and it's been gifted by the Andromedan Council of 9 and God. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is.
We should let you get a word in, Nathan.
No, that's fine. It's really just to pump this out, but it's just information that the people need. I was just going to ask a quick question though. When you say intense training, a lot of people out there are going to think that that's a lot of paperwork and reading and shit. It's not that, is it?
It's more that it's been an intense journey, I would say, rather than training.
Yes.
Our journey has been quite full on because it's happened so quickly to us as well. We do both have a background in spirituality and in some modalities of what we're doing now, but we've definitely been on a really huge journey together. And in writing the course that was gifted to us,
channeled the course,
that was a massive
that was huge. It took us months, and it took us almost a year to get all the information out through channeling, which is a very, very tiring process actually. You can only do an hour at a time because you're really you have to concentrate really, really strongly to make sure you hear everything clearly. And so to get there's 10 modules within our course.
This is
yep.
Just a printout of the manual that comes with the course in a PDF form. So it's called Return to Sovereignty and God, course.
They gifted us that name too.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so there's 10 modules. It's all done online completely. Anyone in the world can do it anywhere in their own timing. So some people ask, how long does it take? Well, it takes as long as you choose to let it take. Some people can get through it fairly quickly and others may choose to.
We don't recommend that though. We recommend you really savor it and enjoy it and just sort of take each module and then just let that integrate and settle, maybe even for a few days, And
there are lots of practical videos. We do video demonstrations and explanations from our own experience of how to go about doing all the steps of the course. There are lots of PDFs also in the course, not just the manual, but other photographic things, to show people in a really practical way the steps that we're taking them through. There are beautiful high vibrational channel teachings in every module, and one module in particular is just beautiful channeling from Jesus Christ, a message from him to the facilitators that learn this course, and he explains how he takes part in the healing too, which is really miraculous, beautiful.
He works specifically on the heart. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
But there are other benevolent beings that are called in as well, the angels, and it's absolutely stunning. You do have to have a prerequisite of Reiki 1 and 2, and this has been specific Reiki 1 and 2. Some people say, I've got other energy modalities and certificates and things, but they want Reiki 1 and 2, and there's reasons for that. It's specific because the council asks us to use certain symbols that are within Reiki 1 and 2, and you can do those courses if you want to get started with the tuition. Online, you can do Reiki 1 online. I think you have done that, haven't you, Nathan?
I've done Reiki, just with a friend of mine from Bendigo,
Reiki 1 online's good. You can get.
I didn't do it online, I did in person.
Yeah, and then maybe do Reiki 2 in person to see the difference.
I've done both. I'm probably going to do them both in person anyway.
Yeah. Cool.
I've done Reiki 1 in person. It was awesome.
Yeah. It really gives you an idea of how to work with energy and coming through your hands and how it all works, and you get your attunement. It's beautiful, really beautiful. So we call it the tuition is available to people to if they want. At the moment, we're trying to do organize PayPal, but it's been problematic for us.
PayPal.
Oh,
I had some
Mercury
problems too.
retrograde really messed with us.
yeah, it did.
Really messed with
Oh,
you.
And the IT side of things has been a bit of a stumbling block, but we're trying to get it all up and running.
Good old
So,
Mercury retrograde, eh?
yeah, if anyone out there is really good with IT and PayPal kind of stuff, we'd love
Reach
to hear
out.
from you.
Yeah, so if you want to have a look at the course, there's a on our website, go to wisdomhealing.com.au under courses, and then there's a video there from us, and then it takes you through what all the modules are about, and then you can either purchase the course there, or if you would like to pay a private payments option available to people, just email us at what email is it?
Info at wisdomhealing.com.au, which is under the contact section of our website too. You can contact us and
put a link to that in the bottom for people to have a look at too. So yeah,
you'll be able to use also 10% off.
Ooh.
For Nathan. We'll give you a code. So use Nathan 10. We'll give you
Nathan
that
10.
code.
What about
Nathan-
breaking free?
Oh, whatever you'd
it's a bit
prefer.
long, Nate.
Yeah, we kind of
Nathan 10 then. So Nathan
Nathan-
10 for those out there that want to purchase the course, jump on, and Nathan 10
Yeah,
will put a link to
10%
that in
off.
the bottom too. Yep.
Yeah.
And
Love
also,
it.
if you do want more information before you decide whether this is right for you or not, we've done one live webinar where we answered everybody's questions.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Before they decided to, take up doing the course. And we're doing another one soon. So on the 1st of June, this is all on our social media as well. And if you jump on our mailing list, which is in our link tree, you can find the mailing list, then you'll get notifications about this and a reminder just before the webinar starts. But on the 1st of June at 11 a.m. Australian time, we'll be doing another live webinar to answer any questions that you may have about the course.
People have some very interesting questions, actually. So have a look at that webinar. Yeah, it's on our YouTube.
Oh, it is on there, is it? You've got it up on your YouTube?
We've got the first one we did.
Oh, we'll put a link to that in the bottom too. Yep.
Yeah.
Lots of links coming.
Yep,
Another really cool thing about this course is that it really helps the person who's having the healing take responsibility for and realize how they're very much involved in this healing themselves, empowering themselves. They're not like handing over yet again themselves to be healed. They're very much a part of it. They have to sign a consent form. And also they are, encouraged to read the first module of the course, which is all about what is God, who, and what, and what is it?
Faith in God.
Faith in God, it's called. It's not saying you need to read the Bible and all of that. Please don't think that, everybody. It's far from it. Actually, it's a beautiful 2-page document that's been channeled by these high vibrational galactic beings about the God self and in terms of universal and spiritual law.
And
it's
really,
amazing.
In the end, it's all about learning to love yourself.
Yep.
It's about embodying self-love, which is so important because
there's a whole module on that too.
Love that.
We're all fractals of God. We're all God in action, experiencing things here in this reality.
And you can call God whatever you want as well. They don't care, the divine oneness, the universe, the moon, whatever.
But it's embracing the fact that the creator is within us all.
Yep.
And loving that part
in
of
the
ourselves.
Heart. Yep.
And
within every cell, actually.
Yeah. And that is, a major step towards healing yourself, is when you become whole within yourself because you love yourself, not in an egotistical way, not in a selfish way, just in a way that you're connecting to that beautiful divine part of yourself. And, understanding who you truly are, that you're an energetic being that has everything you need to heal yourselves. And reconnecting you to that, reconnecting you to making those choices for yourself as a sovereign being.
Because that's what unfortunately what happened when these people handed over their sovereignty, unfortunately, when they decided to take the juice.
And there's no judgment.
No judgment at all.
About any of it either. It's
just compassion.
Helping them. It's an answer for them and help for them. And also it comes with a guarantee.
It does.
Healing. So
we didn't ask for that. They said this is because we asked them this question.
This came up. How does the facilitator know that the healing has been a success when they may or may not have psychic abilities. That was just something we were discussing when we were channeling. They said this is being acknowledged by us, the Andromedan Council, and the answer that we have come to a decision about is the following declaration.
Hello.
So the Andromedan Council are also known as the Council of Zene, who are ancient beings. That's their more ancient name. So they refer to themselves as both those names. So they say the Council of Zene declares that every single healing that takes place using every step of this God-given course is a success. And we declare this on today's date, being the 24th of November, 2022, in the presence of God Almighty and Jesus Christ himself and the Holy Spirit. So it is done and stated, and all is well in Jesus' name. This course is blessed. So they do give a guarantee that every single healing that is done the right way, using the steps of this God-given course, will be a success in removing all the harmful components of these.
But that does not mean, though, that the person is going to be healed of all of their ailments. This is very much very stated very clearly within the course. So, but miracles are happening, and we are getting testimonials, and we have actually just done an incredible interview with a wonderful person, Australian man called Matt Jordan, who created JAB Injuries on Instagram.
Oh,
and also OHM.
Yeah, he's created the One Humanity movement. Do you know him?
I reached out to them too. They haven't emailed me back. So if they're watching, I'd love to get you on as well. Thanks, Matt.
Oh, he's amazing. he's a true humanitarian, and he started this incredible group so JAB Injuries has got 118,000, nearly 119. So that went from Australia. People were just like telling their story, the ones who got the juice, and getting support, and reaching out to people on that site, that Insta site. And
awesome.
Then he's like, well, what are we going to do about this? So he then created this One Humanity movement, which is like a subscription based what is it exactly?
Well, it's something you can become a part of, whether you're a business or just an independent person. And it's about doing something to help these people. It's about coming together as communities throughout the world and working together as one to create the best outcomes for all of us. So it's a way of everyone helping everyone, which is for the way.
Some injured, So, but the people who join, like businesses and things like that, they benefit as well.
Yes,
it's a $5 a month subscription.
So please, guys, if you've got a business, or just please donate. He wants to keep it affordable too for everyone. So if everyone in Australia donates, then all these people who've been injured get services and money.
They're given money to use with all the businesses that are a part of this community to get the help that they need.
That's so good. So good. Yeah. So there's some really amazing things happening. It's all the 5D Earth is being created.
Yes, it is.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's so good.
Quite rapidly. I was just thinking about that the other day, going for a walk, how much it is around us now, how much I'm seeing of this all being created. It's really exciting.
I can see my bush school in Halford Street, not that far away either. Can't wait.
Oh, so that's amazing. I can't wait to send my daughter to your school.
Yeah.
She's actually just come back from 5 days on whitewater rafting in the middle of.
We're doing lots of that too. Don't worry about
that. Yeah. Doesn't sound that
fun. Lots of life skills education in my school.
Yeah. So we also are getting some information that we may have an offshoot of this course, another one or an addition to it, even where we can have healings for people who didn't take the JAB and
the C one.
Because we didn't take this one, but most of us
many others.
have had many others since birth, haven't we? So we're actually going to be doing a big channeling session today with the council and finding out about all that. So we'll have to let you know.
Sounds very exciting. There's a lot of people out there that haven't had, as you said, haven't had this one, but they've had, since they flew out of the room, well, they've had heaps, especially kids these days. It's up to like 50 or 60 of them now.
Oh,
yeah,
don't
no.
like to think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. We have had information though that these children are protected, but you know, still there's, you know, there's toxins in the body, aren't there, and from fluoride and all those sorts of things.
Sources,
heavy metals, as we were saying before the interview, you know. So anything can be healed with the right intention, and that's very much what's been drummed into us within this course, hasn't it, Georgie?
Yes. And actually doing the course too, we didn't really say this, but doing the course is such a journey in itself as well for the people who choose to do it and become a healer, or already are a healer and would like to add this to their other modalities. It is such a beautiful journey of growth to do this course, and it really actually changes your body. I think it changes your DNA. It really.
I can't wait to do it.
Yeah, it's an amazing experience.
We can't wait for you to be one of us facilitators. So we'll also sent an email out actually to all the people who've already joined our course, because we'll be having a facilitator list, so you can find someone in your area.
Awesome. There's lots of youth that need this. Lots of youth need this. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be healing plenty of youth.
Yes,
fantastic.
Absolutely, Nathan. And you know, this is a lovely little, you know, small business opportunity as well for people, because your time is very valuable. You don't ever feel that you are not worth your time, because you know, we do all these videos for free, and we're very happy to, and we love it.
Same.
But you know, there's a lot of people out there that, you know, think that we should be, you know, doing all this stuff for free. But, you know, we lost our jobs too.
Yeah.
Amanda, I know I did, you know, my earning capacities was taken away from me. But whatever. We went down, you know, I had to go and clean houses for a year. And, you know, just had to do what we had to do. But don't feel as though you can't charge for your time. Yep. And we, you know, if there's people who can't afford it, then you know, offer a discount, so you do it for free, and then there's an exchange of energy there. Most Reiki healers should understand that too.
For anyone out there that's listening, like I always say it too, it's like an investment in yourself, and you are worthy to invest in yourself to be better and to offer service to help. Like, this is another way of doing it.
That's right.
Like we're all here to be of service to humanity. We're all finding our way with that. If someone out there is listening, like, this is another way to be of service. So you're investing yourself, and if you finish the course and then be of service, then you'll get that money back in abundance, because you'll have people coming to you wanting this. So you'll get that money back anyway.
Yes. It's really interesting, you know, like when we you know, hear from people who need a healing, who you know, aren't financial for one, and we'll do it if we can. And you know, the next day, you know, someone will make a booking through our website. You know, it just works like that. The universe really does. It really provides
an exchange of energy.
Yeah. So it kind of works like that.
Just don't give up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. We've also found out that we were doing a reading about a week or so ago, and with the council, and they said, "Oh, you ask us a lot about the planet Zene, where we're from," and they said, "But you don't often ask about the Zene beings."
Well, hello.
And they then started telling us about the Zene beings themselves, and how they're born. This is a planet that we originally apparently came from. All right, I say apparently because I don't remember it. Can you?
No, eons ago.
Yeah. Although it does, you know, resonate. This is true to me, you know.
It was a planet that was destroyed too by evil.
Right. That's right.
Long ago.
And 1,000 souls were saved just prior to this planet being destroyed by the what we call the false darkness. The low vibrational ones, and but these beings were were born with the knowing of how to heal themselves, and they took, you know, body signs and the language of the body as a, you know, very seriously, and honored it, and took it as a sign of their of a way to evolve. So when they did get an injury, or they were, you know, or sick, they weren't very sick for very long, because they would
That's awesome.
ask the body to express itself even more, so they understood the message, and then they would go about healing themselves, usually because an emotional reason. Yeah. And they didn't, and they never would like live or leave, you know, someone alone in any sort of living situation, because these people were warriors. And yeah, they lived in big, they always looked after each other. Yeah.
In big communities, which is how we're being led, you know, in this ascension now towards coming together as communities again, and helping each other and looking after each other's children. And, you know, that's what the Zene people were known for doing. So it was lovely to hear that.
That's awesome.
And it really brings a better understanding to us, doesn't it, about what is happening here. There are many, many Zene beings that are here, that have incarnated as volunteers to help transform this planet too.
I got goosebumps. Am I Zene?
Yeah, you are. Definitely.
Yes.
We know that. We know that.
Helping people to realise that they can heal themselves, that they have all the power within them to do that.
And then they said, sorry, Nathan.
No, you go.
Oh, and then they said, in fact, this is a beautiful healing journey that, you know, you're all on. And then they said, in fact, there is a ship that is in Earth's atmosphere now, because the timelines have changed, and the ship is actually called the Journey. And they said the Zene beings are alive and well. So, and then they said there's a colony on board this ship that has 1 million souls on it. This ship is humongous. It's called the Journey. And when we had a channeling with the beings from that ship.
Covered in goosebumps at the moment. And now
we should send that.
Now we're regularly in contact with them too.
That's actually that communication is on our YouTube channel.
Oh,
it says new spaceship contact. I think.
Oh, I saw that video. I never actually watched it, but I'm going to watch that later.
Yeah, it's cool. It's amazing. So that ship, we felt its presence, and we feel we've seen it too. We've had a few photographs taken of cloaked ships over Melbourne. Massive.
I got a discussion point, a question that come to me then. You know how you call this place a planet? Are you sure it's a planet? I reckon it's a realm.
Oh, okay. We're not flat earthers.
Yeah. I feel it's a planet.
Because from what I've seen,
that we're on a realm on the planet.
Because from what I've seen in my experiences where I've popped out of my body, I've seen souls coming in and souls coming out, and it's basically like this big light, and there's millions waiting, millions coming in. It's like they're entering a realm. That's just what I've seen.
Right. Yeah. I think I don't know. I feel,
and there's a dome over us, and there's a dome below us too.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that.
I've seen that.
Oh, you've seen it. Yeah, well, you've seen it, and you know you were meant to see it. I haven't seen it yet. Have you?
No,
I haven't. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
No, but I've always wondered that. Ever since I watched the Simpsons movie, I was like, this is like, yeah. I think my spiritual awakening started when I watched that movie, but I always had a feeling that it wasn't what they were telling us, and I always had a belief that there was a.
I think it's what's called the soul trap, which you may have heard of, with this inability to reach the higher realms because of this
false matrix.
Yeah, so there's this continual recycling of your soul that a lot of people, you know, millions of souls have been stuck in this soul trap. Gene Decode talks about it in a lot of detail, so have a look at it.
Very true.
Yeah, but
the way he speaks, though, we're on a planet.
Yeah, you've got to cross out if when you leave your body to go, you know, at the point of death. He says you've got to make your way across the Milky Way or something like that.
I've done that.
Have you? It's interesting because that's when I did my first QHHT, so I'd never done a past life regression or anything.
I popped out of my body and just had this awesome experience.
Yeah, oh, wow.
I've already shared it. I've shared it on my podcast with Darius, right?
And what happened?
Oh, I said I've already shared the experience on a podcast with the Darius, right? Who like teaches this stuff.
Mm-hmm. And what happened to you?
Well, I went on this awesome journey where I saw all my relatives again and all my beings, and that this beautiful voice was in my ear talking to me. And I went to the Milky Way. I saw what this place is. I saw the domes below and above.
Yeah.
I went to this awesome place and just sat with my team and that. And I didn't want to leave. I wanted to stay, but I was like,
yeah.
I was like, I said, I'm not fucking leaving.
What did the place look like that you were in?
It was this massive field, pure love. Like there was no negative energy, there was no fear, there was no hate. It was just pure love. And I know who this being that was talking to me now too. I've had her come to me recently. I know who it was, and she was talking to me about all these personal things that I might touch you about off air, but it was just really cool to have that experience. And then they showed me what this place is. They showed me there's more than millions. There was quadrillions of souls waiting to come in. It made me grateful that I was able to come in and inhabit this body. That was sort of what it taught me, was like, well, there's so many souls waiting. You're so lucky to be here. And it just made me more grateful. I was crying too. Made me more grateful to be here. And I was just, it was just a pretty awesome.
Except you still didn't want to come back.
I didn't want to come back. I was happy talking to my grandfather and stuff. So I was like, no, I'm staying.
You know, that's really lovely, isn't it, to have that that gratefulness, you know.
And it's because when people are going to have these experiences a lot in the future, from they told me as well, like this is going to start rapidly happening. What happened to me was that I used to have sleep paralysis all the time. I never knew what it was. I didn't tell anyone that I had it, but I didn't really know what it was until that podcast with Darius, which I'll put a link to on the bottom, where we talk about it. And he pretty much removed the fear of death for me, so I could have this experience. Because when you have these experiences, you feel like you're being taken, or you feel like you're choking, like you're about to die. Yes. He said, just calm down and relax. And when you pop out, he said, don't look back, but you will anyway. It's your instinct. And I went straight back into my body, because I saw my body laying there. But then as I got better at it, I didn't look back and just said, what's my first memory? What's my real name on the other side? Take me, show me. I want to see everything. And I just left, and it was unreal. My name on the other side is Mario. Mario. They told me Mario.
You're Italiano, mate?
Do you have a speedwagon?
And then they wouldn't tell me what my first memory was. I'm probably not ready to hear that yet, but I asked them what my very first memory was, and yeah, it was a pretty cool experience, and I have them every now and then now. But yeah, when I'm in that sleep paralysis state, I just stay calm, I'd stay relaxed, and I allow that suction. I call it a suction, like it's energy pull out, and then once I'm out, I'm off.
That's really good advice for people who have that happen to them, because I suffered from it for many years.
Because you're going to have one day too, Claire.
Have what?
Out of body.
A trip.
Oh, cool.
A trip, yeah.
I've been on one, but it wasn't like yours, Nathan. I've been on one where I left my body. I went shooting through space, like I went through a wormhole or something, and I had the stars whizzing by me, and then ended up like I stopped, and I was floating out there. And I had beings come and look at me. So they came around in front of my face, and they had different coloured eyes shining like lights, and they were looking at me, and they were alien beings. And I was just out there floating around with them.
Who the fuck is that?
Feeling good.
But, awesome. Got a bit woo-woo here, but that's the thing, because what this system does is when people go to the doctors and stuff and get these pills for this sleep paralysis, it pretty much destroys that. Or doesn't.
There's pills for sleep paralysis?
Yeah, meds and stuff. It kills the experience. It sedates you from having these experiences.
Really? Gosh. I never knew that.
Listen to my chat with Darius. We talk about the whole thing. I'll put a link to that's in the bottom. So the chat he did with me first was basically live on air, was removing my fear of death. He came up for a reason. Well, I basically just said, he was like, oh, people have sleep paralysis and stuff. And I asked him what it was. And I was like, dude, I have these all the time. I had them since I was like 5. And then he goes, they've been trying to talk to you for all this time. He's like, just pop out. So then he basically went through removing my fear of death live on air on this podcast. And then I reached out to him a week later. I actually had it a week later, this experience. And then I reached out to him when we spoke a few days later and did part 2. And I shared my story with it, which is what I just said before.
I had these, I knew that I felt I was being killed. I was close to death. Yeah, as you said, to remove that fear. But yeah, the only thing that I, could think of doing in the middle of the night, because it gets you by surprise. You know?
Yep.
I was in my bedroom, but I was in. I had blinds sort of blowing in all the
Same. That's happened to me all the time.
Yeah, it was weird. I'm like going, why are my blinds open? Why is it windy? And
but they're showing you, they're trying to talk to you and show you.
Oh, well, I thought
that's what Darius said to me. He said, I saw the patterns and had the blind shaking and everything too. He said they're just trying to communicate with you. And he said, don't be surprised if it's a relative standing there.
Wow.
Because I knew for me, my grandfather was standing there and he said, all right, let's go. And
let's party.
He took me and showed me.
Wow. Okay.
It's usually a relative. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
it can be lower vibrational ones too, though. And if you do feel that, just remember to go, call on Jesus or say the Lord's Prayer. That's what I said, that just helped me enormously to feel, and that it stopped, because sometimes it can be so frightening that you think you're never going to get back into the body. Very scary.
Oh, you come back, because I wanted to stay, and it's not scary because we exist beyond this vessel. And that was my fear of death. It was like remembering that I exist beyond this vessel, and that if I chose to leave and stay, I would, and I would just die of natural causes. But I came back because my soul wanted to come back. But I was like, I'm not. I didn't want to leave.
That's a really interesting take on it.
Because where I was the other side, and it was just pure love. There was no negative. There was no. This place is so dense at the moment, but it was in the opposite direction. Over there, it was dense with love. There was so much love there.
It's all about the polarity, isn't it?
I just want to stay here. Talking to my grandfather, talking to some other relatives of mine, and I was like, I wanted to stay here. And then I heard this flick. They flicked their fingers, and it was 444, and I was back.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We are always getting the numbers. So
they told me, I'll share with you girls too. What they told me, which I haven't talked about yet, but what they told me was that humanity is about to have this experience. They've called it the flash or the bang, whatever it is. It's it's a spiritual one, and people are going to start having these experiences. Their powers are going to come online, and then they're not going to know how to handle it. That's why we're doing all of this now.
This is the preparation. Yeah.
Because some are gonna be freaked out by it, some are gonna be able to handle it, and some are gonna exit because they're gonna have the opportunity to exit.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna pop out of their body and they'll stay there. So then they'll die of
natural causes. Yeah.
And some will come back and get the downloads and be able to handle the information that they're gonna be getting. Yeah. And for me, it's been happening since I was 5 years old. I'm just in a position now to be able to handle it.
Yeah, I think I love that.
5-year-old Nath was shit scared of being taken by aliens.
Yes.
I hadn't told anyone that until I interviewed Darius, which I'll put a link to on the bottom.
Yeah. I remember
not even my parents, because I didn't want to go to the doctors or anything. I didn't want to be deemed crazy. So I kept this to myself until I spoke to Darius about it.
Well, I remember, I think at one of the first times I was living in Sydney, I would have been 23, and I remember being on the floor of my bedroom, but this was during the dream, and I saw a man with a hat. The man with the hat, and Dale Holmes has talked about this.
Yep.
And I wouldn't know what was terrified, absolutely terrified, and this man with the hat picked me up off the floor, and I was terrified, but it actually, I don't know what that was about. But then the other dreams, no, I was being overtaken by very, very scary looking beings. And so anyway, yeah, I didn't know who to tell either. I think I told my dance teacher because she was a bit, and I thought I could. Yeah, she was a bit. Yeah, and she just sort of looked at me like I was nuts.
Yeah,
So I was on my own with it for many years. Many.
Yep. I just kept it to myself, and it would happen every few months. And I did my very first quantum healing session, and I hadn't had one for years. And I was getting them frequently after I did my quantum healing session because I was clicking back online.
Yes.
I just know what to do now, and I have them probably once a week.
Oh, do you? Wow. Okay.
Oh, I've got so much stuff to share on the stuff that I've seen and had. One day I'll do a whole podcast on it, but I'll tell you it's off air some of the stuff I've seen. Yeah.
It's your awakening journey.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's fantastic.
What
I had some pretty right off wild experiences on the other side.
Cool. You'll be writing a book.
Can't wait to hear. Right, let's end this now then.
Just to circle back, is there anything else about the course people need to know if they're interested in doing this?
I think maybe hop onto our live webinar. That's probably the best thing to do. You'll really find out more about it and get all your questions answered. You can fire away and ask us anything.
Given the times we're in, people are very lonely. People are very, I don't want to say it, isolated. I don't want to trigger anyone by saying that word, but people are quite lonely. There's no sense of community. Some of us that have awoken don't have people around us. So this is a good way to be around like minds as well. So even if you're half interested in doing the course, I suggest jumping on and being around some like minds again and getting that human connection because we all need it so much in these times.
You can do it anywhere, which means you'd still be possibly alone in your home doing it, but you need to get out and do Reiki if you haven't already, and that will connect you with like.
You can buy the course before you've done Reiki if you want to take advantage of the discount through Nathan.
Yep. Nathan 10. Nathan 10.
And then you've got the course for life, and we've got a Facebook group. Not that we love that platform, but we do. Yeah. It's called the Venus Tribe.
Yes, you can hop on there.
We've got a Patreon group. We'll put the links down below. We've also got a Telegram channel, so you can.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, we do. Yeah,
Telegram, Instagram.
That's growing Facebook. by the week. It's good.
We've got Rumble up and running now too.
Yeah, we got ready to rumble.
Look out! I'll have to give you some follow on Telegram.
Yeah, because YouTube's obviously, still.
This will be a very compactful show notes then. Make sure we put all these links in there for people. Don't leave anything out.
Yeah, well, most of it's in our link tree. So it's just one link.
Good.
Yeah. Click on and find just about everything.
Yep.
So it's easy.
And we want to start linking hands as well with the Australian people who like us and yourself, Nathan, and Dale, and we're all kind of independently doing things. So we want to start coming together more and doing round tables. Yeah. He's having that up. He's rising up with the goosebumps.
That's a big yes.
Yeah, that's a massive yes from me.
Like getting together and having
they're doing it overseas, aren't they?
Yeah,
and we're not
conferences
getting on the bandwagon here.
Yeah, I think we should.
People want to meet in person, and I want to meet you all too. I love that sort of thing, and we can all get together and have a meal. Or
I've met you two before. We can do it again. It was awesome last time.
Yeah, let's
bring the communities together.
Yeah, I agree.
Bring the tribe together.
Yep. Put a call thing out there and let's make it happen.
Talk and meet and so I'm putting that out there today.
So am I.
Who have shows like this, who are spreading the truth, and who have solutions like Nathan and his self-sabotage work for teenagers and adults. We all self-sabotage. None of us are perfect, and we need help from this. You're an expert. You're becoming a master of your craft now.
Thank you.
And I cannot wait to have my daughter have a session with you, and
looking forward to it.
Learn from you.
She's a powerful little soul, so I'm looking forward to nurturing it.
Oh, bless. So sweet. And we just want to also say how much we love your brother.
Yes.
Shout out to Georgie.
Geordie's a magnificent.
He's a powerful dude.
He's a powerful soul.
He's going to start doing some. This is breaking news. He's going to start doing some roundtables too, and he's going to get you two on to do like a weekly reading. So
Oh, that'd be cool. We'd
Keep your
love to
schedule-
be a part of that.
Keep your schedules free.
I
Yeah.
love his
Yeah.
affirmations that he puts on. Beautiful.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? Yeah.
Quotes
Yeah.
always resonate with me, and
He channels those.
wow.
Yeah. And he
Mm.
does markets and things and does readings
Yeah.
for people at markets. He's really starting to grow his network and
Yeah, Jordy
meet
underscore
Jordy in
medium
person.
13. For those out there, Jordy underscore medium 13. Give him a follow. We'll put his links in the bottom too.
Yep.
Yeah. And you see him in person, his eyes are just incredible. You just go, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful soul.
Yeah, he's out on a walk at the moment, so it's been good. I've been able to get this done before he gets home.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
he's out there filming.
He
in the
probably
bush.
is. He's probably doing
Great
something.
Australian
Yeah,
bush. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for jumping on, women. You got a joke for me?
Oh, yeah.
We
All
have-
right. We've got a dad joke for you.
Here we go. Love it.
Okay, now, because I'm turning 50 in a couple of weeks,
Oh, yeah.
I thought I'd
You sending out invites yet?
yeah, I'm not doing anything really.
I haven't.
About
Mine's not in the
aging.
mail, is it? Or
There's some jokes about aging that make growing old so much
change the
funnier.
subject.
But I am aging in reverse, I've decided. So this joke, what's the secret to having a smoking hot body as a senior?
What?
A cremation.
It's actually funnier the second time you've said it.
Listen to this. They're not grey hairs, they're wisdom highlights.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a
I
good
like
one.
that.
should
Yeah,
be
that's a
our
good one. Yeah.
tagline.
What about this one? Old age makes us great multitaskers. Why, I can sneeze and pee at the same time.
Lucky it's not the other end.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you for jumping on. If you want to do Claire and Georgie's course, there'll be links to everything we've spoken about in the bottom, from the podcast about the out-of-body experience. I don't know how we got onto that. To the course, to my brother's stuff, which is another thing I don't know if we got on into. Everything that you need is down the bottom. So please jump on, reach out to me, reach out to Claire and Georgie, reach out to my brother. We're all here to help humanity become better, become healthier, become stronger, and remember who they are. Thank you, Claire and Georgie. I'll get you back on for part 3 down the road, and I can't wait. Hopefully in person. I've got some awesome.
Yeah, we'll send you the your course login soon. So
I can't wait. I'll be doing the course for those out there that are listening. Stay tuned for that. I've got some awesome guests coming on as well in the next few weeks. This has been the Breaking Free podcast. I'm Nathan Francis. Thank you for watching and listening wherever in the world you are. Progression, not perfection, and you'll get there to overcome your self-sabotage. So thank you very much. Ladies, we'll talk soon.
Thanks, Nathan.
See you, darling.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.